arteries. And what is the pump which we were talking about? The pump is the heart, which is the common thing which we are going to look at today. So the heart works using the what we call the double circulatory system. And one might wonder, what does the double circulatory system mean? Double circulatory system means passing of blood through the heart twice per complete circuit. What do we mean when we say twice per complete circuit? It means that the blood is pumped twice at a successive or one successive circuit. What we are trying to say is, when we look at our heart, we have what is called the left side and the right side of your heart. When you are drawing a heart or you are looking at a heart, at the heart, your left side is the right side of the heart and your right side is the left side of the heart. So the right side pumps deoxygenated blood and the left side pumps oxygenated blood. So here we have this part which is the left atrium and this side is the right atrium. So when you are looking at it this way, this side, it pumps oxygenated blood because it's the left side of the heart, and this side, this is the right atrium, which pumps deoxygenated blood. Just beneath the unfortunately our diagram is not showing the chambers which I want you to see. Just beneath the atriums there are ventricles. In this side, which is called the left atrium, we have the left atrium. Also we have the left ventricle, which is just beneath the atrium, and going this side we have the right atrium. The right atrium also have the right ventricles. So usually we have 4 chambers of the heart. The 4 chambers of the heart are the left atrium, and the left ventricle. We also have the right atrium. The right atrium also have the left ventricle. Also have the right ventricle. Sorry for my mistake. So these chambers, there are 4 chambers. The right atrium have the right ventricle and the left atrium have the left ventricle. So here we go. Let us look at our valves. This is the surface of the heart and this is the aortic arc. This aortic arc, the function of the aortic arc, this is the aorta. This is where the aorta is, and the function of the aorta is to pump blood away from the heart to the rest of the body. And this is the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs, and this part is the pulmonary vein branches. The pulmonary veins branches into many small pulmonary veins. So these are the pulmonary veins. Then here we come to the pulmonary vein. We only talked about the pulmonary vein branches, but this is now the pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Then this part, which else? This part is the inferior vena cava. The function of the inferior vena cava is to carry deoxygenated blood to the heart chambers, from the body to the heart chambers. We also have this part, which is the superior vena cava. The superior vena cava is at the bottom of the heart, and it also carries deoxygenated blood from the body to the heart. So I think for O level, this is what we have to know. So let me explain the detailed flow of blood from the body. Our blood comes here. Suppose blood is flowing from this side, coming this side of the heart. This is the inferior vena cava, which brings blood here, and usually it is deoxygenated blood, and the inferior vena cava brings blood to the right atrium. After it has brought blood to the right atrium, blood is carried. It is the heart pumps blood, or the muscle of the heart pumps blood into the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle blood is transported by the pulmonary artery, and it is transported by the pulmonary artery to the lungs. Unfortunately, our diagram does not show the lungs, so this is the pulmonary artery which carries the oxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. After going with blood to the lungs, it is now oxygenated blood, because the reason why blood goes to the lungs, it is for it to become oxygenated, because we all know that from the gaseous exchange or the human respiratory system in the lungs, this is where gaseous exchange happens or occurs. So blood goes to the lungs so that it is oxygenated. Real diffusion or exchange of gases happens in the lungs, so deoxygenated blood goes to the lungs so that it can be oxygenated. After it has been oxygenated, the pulmonary vein, let me look at the pulmonary vein. Where is it? The pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. After blood has been oxygenated at the lungs, it is taken by a vessel which is called the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein takes blood from the lungs to the left atrium, and from the left atrium it is deposited into the left ventricle. After the left ventricle, it is transported to the aorta, and from aorta it is pumped out of the heart. It is now going to the rest of the body, and after that we now have oxygenated blood, and another flow of blood begins again. It is a cycle which continues to take place time and again. So we have our main tubes that we have talked about. We talked about veins, we talked about capillaries, and we talked about arteries. The functions of the veins